Whereas for them, they don't really want to be that close to me. Here you see us kind of, our Trundle kind of coming in at a really bizarre spot. Basically just eating damage from them. There you see us lightly press out. There's their Fiddles. Not a good spot for their Fiddles to be in. You know, immediately seen by them. Here you see me getting the Fear and the Drain. I pull it. I see that she's thrown her ult, so I throw mine. We pick up 2. We get Corki to back off. You know, just a beautiful play there. Unfortunately, could not save the Trundle on that one, but not too bad. That's one of the key things about Fiddles is you want to try to avoid getting stunned. And the second you see an opponent has pulled their own stun out, or their own silence, or whatever it is that would hinder you, so hard CC wise, you basically have channel time. There's a couple games that I actually have up for Fiddles that are similar, where I do that kind of, where I do the same stuff, where I watch for certain characters to throw certain moves, or if I know they've already gone off, I'll then just jump in, you know, and not, or start channeling and not really care, even if I'm like kind of right in front of somebody, because I know that they can't stun me. So the best they can really do is, you know, just try to get out of my way, and even that's really, really difficult. So there, my wards have broken, so I go back to buy 2 more wards. There's the Spectral Fiddlesticks kind of hanging out. Some 4-0 now. I'm picking up some pretty solid kills here. Having really, really good control. Lane phase hasn't broken yet because of how successful we've actually been in the lane phase. So here you're going to see up top. Maybe at some point I'll do a dual commentary with Squishy, and he can discuss solo top Aurelia. Another really good sustain champ in lane. Amazing, amazing sustain champ. However, really not that great in a dual lane, just because of the way that she functions. She really benefits from being in a solo lane and being able to freely gank, or being able to, not freely gank, being able to just freely last hit and set up tons and tons of minion kills for herself. And then it's not like she's like stealing them. There you just see, there you see another kill by Squishy again. So this game, the one thing I will say that's always interesting about queuing with a group that includes people that are strangers is you never know who you're gonna get. Sometimes you get really, really great people. Sometimes you get people who are mediocre. I will say you should always expect that you're going to be playing with people who are absolutely terrible. But even though you expect it, it still sucks, and you know, that's part of the reason why you queue with at least one other person, maybe more than that you know well enough that you don't get stuck with people in solo queue that are really, really terrible, or people that in solo queue. I was going to say it's not really that they're terrible, so much as stylistically they maybe don't mesh with the team as well. There are a number of players that you'll see they might do something that's perceived as really, really a little too aggressive in the early game, and that's because they're relying on their partner maybe having a little bit more damage or something of that sort. Here you see they're just kind of pelting us right now at our tower. One problem we have is our lane is not super strong at just killing them out right away. Here you see me kind of peeking around to making sure their Fiddles doesn't come around, because to be honest, if their team was fast, their Fiddles could jump us. We're both reasonably low. I'm pretty sure he's running Smite Flash. Yeah, he's running Smite Flash, which ultimately would leave us completely open to a gank by their Fiddles. The good news is their Fiddles honestly wasn't very great, wasn't very good at setting for this, so he didn't really try to gank us here. Here you see our Trundle waiting. I start thinking about advancing, but it's really not open for us because well, there we catch the Sona. Here's where we get the channel time. unfortunately, I got ignited by somebody in that fight, and so that kind of hurt me a lot. Kind of a really bad setup for me. But they're 4-1 now. It's not the greatest play for me in general, but it wasn't too bad.